guys, theBolderBoulder here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my, yes, that's right, latest Bionicle MOC. Haven't done one of these in quite some time. So, today I'm going to be showing you guys Iron Jaw, and yeah, he is a vortex.
And now, here are the upgrades I've made for the one and only Iron Jaw. Alright, so here is upgraded Iron Jaw. And I'll keep this iPod handy, since it has an image of his previous version pulled up. That way I can use it for reference. But just looking at these side by side, you may be able to see some differences. Mainly in size of the armor and arms and legs and such. And then again, there may be some details that are harder to see on here, since really you can't see the back from this angle. I'll point out all of the new things that I've done to him. So, I will put this aside for the moment and show you 360 view of upgraded Iron Jaw. So, definitely, again, one of my goals during MOC making process is to make sure that the MOC looks good from all angles. And I believe I have done just that with this upgrade. So, keep on rotating. As you can see, I have beefed up the figure a lot, mainly from these extra pieces that are going to be able to help him with support and stability and such. So I'll get into closer detail in just a moment. So now that I've completed the 360 motion that I do normally, let's look at the individual differences. I'll start off with the legs. On here, as you can see right here at the top, it looks open. And lower down the leg, as you can see, I fixed that a little bit. I'll show you closer. Down at the foot, I sort of widened the foot a little bit. I'll show you closer in there. And the legs, this foot, I really didn't change much at all, as you can see. Not even the leg that much, but from the back there's a difference because I had to redesign to be able to fit on these extra parts back here for support. Same thing with the back of the arms, and the arms have added little pieces, but now I'll just show you the legs. So down here on the foot, these are the parts that I used to widen. I believe they came with the Ninjago series, and I got those from my Furno set, the Furno XL, from his sword, and I wanted to see if I could use them somewhere on this figure, namely on this silver and gray side, and that seemed to work out great. Makes the foot look wider and just looks good. From the back of the leg, nothing really different about the lower leg, but the upper leg, I did add some parts in here so that I would be able to attach these parts for stability. And I added another bushing, one with those little Yeah, there it goes. It focused with those little gear-like edges on them, I suppose I'll call it. Riveted, I think I've called it. Back here on the heel, I added this little spike on here to somewhat be like this side as well. And let's see, I think I added this part in here as well. But on this side, on this leg, I had to put this piece in here using this connector part, and now I will remove the sword real quick. And now I have these stability adders, and which are really good. They really help with it originally. I just wanted to have these down here to support the weight, because I had added a lot of parts to it. But I decided to add these too, because I really needed upper arm support. Because on here, his arms look smaller, but because of these parts, they are exposed from the sides, makes him look bulkier. And same thing around the waist, it makes that part look bulkier. But one thing you may notice, and I will point it out to you, is that these silver and black Borak eye pieces have been removed completely, because it just seemed to bother me for some reason. Mostly because there was just a little gap right there. It goes straight out and then nothing right there. So I removed them entirely, and I believe it looks much better this way. Having the body go from larger to smaller down to the waist, it just seemed more appropriate to me. And it's sort of more realistic in a way. If you were to see a extremely strong human, that's sort of how it would be as well, because of the all the muscles and things like that. Anyway, I also added these pieces on here to add some bulk to it, just to look better. And now here's a look at the arms. Previously, not too much different, other than I added this stud right here to add more silver to the detailing. And that's about it for the upper arm, but of course on the back I added in this piece to connect them to these Hero Factory arm pieces. Once again, I wanted to add some elements from another series, which is what I did on here. Because I didn't really want to use a Bionicle arm, because they're not quite as flexible as this way of doing it. And I feel this was a better option, and you could actually add armor on there. And if you use the right size, it would not really mess with the articulation very much at all. And it adds some bulk to the design as well. And thankfully I had the right pieces to do this. These 4 or 5 long armor plates. And then on the back, if you remember, it used to go from a tip wide and then back down. I didn't really keep that design, mainly because I had to add these in here for the support. And I think it looks fine. I had to add quite a few pieces and change up the design completely on the back in order to have these pieces on there. And if you can see right back in here, I added a little bit more detail for bulking up purposes. Added this Borak eye piece right in here, sort of connect it, And then up here on the shoulder part, I connected this Borak eyepiece to this connector right here, and it made it extend out more than the previous one. If the camera will focus, yeah, so it's a bit different from there, mainly to make it look bulkier. Then on this side, not much different, once again, because I just had to simply add in this connector part. There used to be 2 of these going up here, same on this side, but I had to remove that top one and use a shorter piece back here in order for that to fit. So, I might not have pointed this to you yet. Fix the fingers, yeah, that's the only problem with this design, is that the fingers move around too much. But it looked cool. Anyway, and then I added this little spike right here, if I haven't pointed that out already. And added this right here, like I said. On this side, not much different. So, oh yes, and also the head. Must not forget that. Really, not much different at all. Exact same design. Though one thing I did not actually point out in the original review is that on this side, he has a black eye. And then on this side, he's got a gray eye. Yeah, but, so, that is it for the upgrades. And now I can get to show you. And here is the connector piece I'm using for the sword. Must not forget that. And here's the sword. A modification I made to the sword was the removal of the red blade that was in here, and I replaced it with silver, since, in my opinion, it looked a little bit better. So, that's all I changed on the sword, really. The length has not been changed. So, let's put it in his hand. And now, the limitations are virtually gone. He can hold his hand all the way out like this without any problem. Can stand up on its own too. So now I kind of wish I'd used this design before, so that it didn't have such limitations that it had before. And it can go straight up like this with no problem. Once again, straight out, just to show you how stable he is. I could do it in the other arm as well, but unfortunately the design prevents me from being able to do that, like I had stated in the previous video. So, yeah, you can get these into all kinds of poses. Yeah, see? So, that is pretty much it. Thank you guys very much for watching and subscribing. And, thank you, yeah, just so much for subscribing. I mean, couldn't have done it without you guys. And I still plan to do more Bionicle MOCs in the future. So, be on the lookout for those. But a quick announcement I'd like to make. I'm planning on doing a series of Hero Factory set revamps over time. And so I'm going to be selecting sets that I have, and I'm going to be revamping them, adding some changes to design, or simply adding minor details that I believe make them look a lot better. So be on the lookout for those. And then again, if you guys want to see it, please let me know. If you don't, then I will do something else, because I've already got a couple of other ideas of other things to do to keep you guys entertained. So, if you have any tips or mock making things that you'd like me to show you, please let me know down in the comment section as well, because I look at every single one of the comments and messages that I receive, whether it be here on YouTube or on Facebook or on Blogspot or on my Google Plus page. So however you'd like to let me know in the comments or messages, all those social media websites. So thank you very much once again, and I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.